There you go, you got it. Saturday, another day at the grind with Andres. What are you doing right now, Andres?
Well, just checking final touches on this one, cleaning it, looking at it, see which one looks better, this one or that one.
We're starting to produce volume, so people are gonna start receiving this probably early May. May, yeah. May. March, May. I always get confused.
April.
April. Yeah, next week's my birthday. At FK headquarters, so yeah, once again, building and doing what we have to do to deliver products in time. So what's going on here? So right over here, we are doing some assembly of the electronics. Some testing there. Got our technicians working. I'll show you what. Woo. There's a lot of things going on. Some soldering going on in here. This is all one, guys. Everything one related. Parts for the one. We load those eight crates. They're awesome. Pre-lubrication, some stuff, battery. And here we're installation department. So let's continue. Sorry, today's a little bit of a crazy day because we pulled late hours and how's everything? Some paperwork also going on there. And right over here, and we're building something else. Oh, and we have Andrea here. Andrea, what are you building? Andrea, what are you building?
Estoy con el FK1, con los boas. Estoy trabajándolo para poderlo ensamblar.
Muy bien. It's a lot of steps. The electronics itself take a lot of time. And on this computer, we are programming the new firmware for the one. So this is what the board looks like. This thing is actually made here in Florida. We components from all over the world, but made here in Florida. It's the keypad, and Roberto, electronic engineer, was here programming the new firmware on all the boards. So that's that. Oh, let me show you something. I don't know if some of you don't know, but people are grounded. Grounded to the wrist. Yeah. So electrostatic can actually fry the circuitry. Here we have Roberto. We're building some special tools for the assembly and reading parameters.
Temporary.
So this is a temporary tool because we actually gonna manufacture a special PCB. So we connect this to the one, and then we can tap into a power supply and read current, voltage, and the whole thing. So that, there you go. See, it goes kind of like that. And we put it to a power supply, and now we can read how much current the machine is drawing. So,
special battery.
oh, you need a special battery. It's right there. Oh, we also make a dummy battery. It's a special battery that we make. We call it a special battery. What are you doing here, Miguel?
Doing the update.
The updates. Here you can see version 1 and version here 2, kind of, because this is, yeah, those are the old ones. Yeah, that was like version 1. Not as pretty, and this wasn't the grip neither. This is the grip of version 2. So this is a mix-a-lot. All right, let's go back here. All right, let's see. We have Marty here breaking in the machine. fill a couple of them. So part of the process is to crank the machine all the way up to 12 volts for a while. That's to test the motor. But once the machines are built 100%, they go to the testing room where the machine is subject to bad things. And if all those bad things pass, then the machine is good to go. And we do that just to ensure that the machine, will actually be ready to take anything you throw at it. There you go. Last step, test it with a cartridge. One of the steps, not last step. Kill it. 12 volts, blue light. Oh, that's the compressor. So our Quincy compressor is under repair, so we have one of those old screw compressor that make a lot of noise. Somewhere here. Let me show you the compressor. So this boy right here, this is saving the day, but this is the one that makes no noise, but that one is going under maintenance. Whatever it takes to get the drop down, right? So just to give you a little bit of an update of what's going on. So thank you for all the pre-orders. We're about to cut that off. We were hoping that we were going to extend it to the 30th, but we sold more than what we actually forecasted to sell of ones at $5.99. And yeah. So go to fkhonors.com if you want to grab yours for $5.99. And remember, they come in a case. In the case, the machine, the charger, and the 2 batteries. And yesterday, actually, I did a video. I'm probably going to do a video and to show you guys the case in just a moment. But this was just an update of what's going on today. We are grinding here Saturday, Friday, Sunday. Tomorrow, we're going to be here again, so we can deliver this machine to you guys. And a lot of you have asked about the availability of the machine in different countries and continents. So yeah, reach out to your distributor. We are going to be shipping this machine to a lot of distributors. But if your distributor doesn't carry it, tell them, hey, call FK Irons, place your order. We want to get the machine. But we're supplying, as fast as we can without skipping any of the testing steps that we must do just to ensure that the device, will arrive to your hands and will perform as as intended. Oh, I see a lot of comments here. So there's a feature here where I can actually broadcast the message. I don't know how it is exactly, but I saw it the other day. Let me see. Let me see something. Oh, I'm gonna address some of the comments. So if you have any comments, just ask me right now, because I'm gonna take a few minutes to answer your question. Can I get one? Hey Andres, you know where the cases for this machine are?
I have to look. I know they're in the back, but I have to look for it.
Just put all the components together so I can show it to people, because people want to know, what does this look like? Actually, I did a video yesterday. Oh, my forehead was exploding. All right, so let's see some of the comments here. So I'm gonna remove my glasses. See Brogan Tattoo, stoked about it. Brogan Tattoo say, making money, I see, hustling, grinding, busting off, rise and grind. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Someone has a question about Halo 2, but we're talking about 1, so maybe that's for the next Halo 2 live. So Wizard CWB says, when are you gonna be shipping? We're estimating to start shipping next month, guys, but as you see, there are a lot of machines being built right now, but these machines are built and they just passed the first stage. The first stage is actually to build put everything together, making sure the keyboard works and making sure that the functions work and all that stuff. But the final test actually gets done in another room where we have a lot of power supply. So we actually connect these machines hardwire to a computer. The machines run for a period of time where we can actually read the performance of the motor, the electronics and everything. And after that period passes, then it goes to packing, where the machine gets detailed, clean, once again inspected one more time, just to make sure that everything is as intended. 1 second. Just remove my gum. That's why I can speak better. All right, so let's see. I'm trying to read some of the questions, so bear with me. If you want me to do something with the machine or try a specific function, although this machine is very straightforward, please let me know. Drop a comment down below. And here's the comment by Buzz B Tattoos about the Spectra Halo 2. Sorry, man, this is yeah, I just want to keep it to one on this one, but email us and I'll be happy to answer your question. So I don't know if you guys know the broadcasting feature where you can actually type a message and then I can broadcast it live. So if you know that, just go for it. All right, let me see. So this is C00L Baby Blue. Do you ship worldwide? Yes, we ship worldwide, but we always prefer you buy from one of our distributors, since the machine, you know, is more likely to arrive and not be stuck in customs. So always go through a distributor rather than placing an order directly from us if you're not in the US or Canada. So someone is asking how secure are shipping to other countries. Once the machine lives here and it reaches your country, it's no longer under our control. So, you know, it's as secure as customs protocols are in your country, whatever you are. So, you know, we ship it, send it out, and then, you know, once it crosses the American border, it's no longer, you know, it's not under control anymore. So Fee Barretta says, do you make the motors? Of course. And this machine is the first time that we feature a fully custom motor, meaning that we engineer the motor from the inside out to meet specific requirements. This motor that we use in this machine is a brush motor, and some people were asking why you use your brush motor. Isn't brushless better? Well, if you remember all the machines that we've done before, they all use brush motor. Halo, Direct, Edge, Edge-X, Halo 2, Direct 2, Scion, all those machines use brush motor, and some of those machines are still running after, you know, 5-7 years, still running strong. So brush motors are very tough. They're tougher because they're simpler than brushless motors, and sometimes, you know, you want a combination of both. So this is exactly what we did with this motor. This motor features a metallic housing. It features a larger bearing than any of the off-the-shelf. Thank you, Andres. And any of the ¿Está la máquina dentro?
No,
The machine? Okay, let me put the machine.
the charger and that's the batteries.
Okay, I'm gonna show you, you know, how this looks like. So there you go. So this is the case. This is what you should expect. Don't open it like that because the machine can fall. But charger, cable is under, 2 batteries, machine itself, and right over here I believe there's going to be disposable grips, right? I think we're gonna ship with some disposable grips and the manual, so I owe you that for the next video. But it's a carrying case, really nice. Actually, look at that. So if you're gonna be moving, going around, and right now, sorry, you know, we're building, so has a little bit of lubrication sting. It will not get to you like that because it actually gets covered with a protective bag. But it has our logo, it's rubberized, has the logo there, also rubberized, and even zippers or zipper handles are also rubberized F-counter. So we customized, and we wanted to have it a case that was made out of a rubberized material so you can clean it, you know. Unlike some other options that we saw that were fabric-y, and you know, that can actually be tricky to maintain clean, but this is it. All right, so back to the questions. So Jefferson Freitas said that is the perfect case. Yeah, I like it. You know, it's just go back to your guest spot or convention, bring everything here. You could put additional batteries if you want. You know, it's pretty deep though. I think it's a great size, also for traveling. Perfect. You know, put your machine here, keep it protected. That's very important. I'm gonna put this here so you can actually. There you go. Let me actually clean the. Sorry, I was building a machine and my hands are a little bit greasy. But here we have it. So we have a view of products. There you go. There you go. That's a nice view. All right, so more of the comments. Trying to address some of your comments. So if you haven't ordered the machine, remember right now go to fkirons.com and you can pre-order the machine ASAP. So F Beretta 777, what mechanism you use? The mechanism that you use in this machine is direct drive. You know, it's it's like off-center cam, just like the one that we use in the Flux. So that's that. Let me see. Okay, great question. Handy tattoo. Why is this machine cheaper than the EXO? So I wouldn't use the word cheaper because there's nothing cheap about this machine, but I would use this machine is more accessible in terms of price. Now that comes at a cost, and the cost is that this machine does not have some of the premium features. And when I say premium features, I'm talking about technological features that the Flux V1 has. So for example, the first thing is that this machine does not feature the Bluetooth connectivity for external devices. At least for right now, it does not. So you cannot connect it to the app to use some of the functions of the app. You cannot use the foot switch, and the battery, it doesn't have a screen. And this one, you have to remove the battery and you gotta charge the battery in the charger that I showed before, which is actually supplied with the machine. It's the dual battery charger. So and then you have to plug that to a USB-C. Whereas on the Flux, it's just the USB-C cable, and you're good to go. So it's much more convenient. I think the Flux system, but again, it's also going to be preference. Some people may actually prefer to have a system where they have more affordable batteries, so they can have 10 batteries and travel with 10 batteries to a show and never have to even carry the charger, because with 10 batteries, you're going to have freaking 80 hours of battery life, more or less, give and take. That's 70, just to be. So that allows you to do that. But again, it's a different system. How to remove the battery, you have to remove the battery. Once the battery, then you got to store it somewhere properly. You don't want the contacts. That's why it comes with a battery case as well, so you can actually put this thing in a proper place. So in terms of material, we use the same materials as we used to build all the other machines. It's the same 6061 T6 aluminum, and the finish on this one is matte. On the other one is shiny gloss, so that's going to be also preference. I'm a sucker for matte. Everything that I can own matte, I own a matte. Black, even my watch is kind of like black. Yeah, there is no the materials that we use for the internal construction as well. We still use Delrin for the pushing slider. So the price comes because this is a much simpler electronic as well. It doesn't have the processing capability of the other one, because we don't need it, because we don't have any of the eGIF, we don't have the timer, we don't have the menu, we don't have to control screen. So none of that stuff that allows us to really still make a product here in the United States, engineer it, and make it available at a much more accessible price than the other ones. But once again, if you have a Flux machine or a Flux Max, you pretty much have the best machine that we make. So if you can afford that machine, and you're fine, you don't have a need for another machine, you can skip this machine altogether. But if you have a machine and you're thinking about getting a backup machine or getting a dedicated machine for specific needles, well, now you can do it now from today until the end of the month, you actually can get it for half of the price of a Flux, right? But once again, keep in mind, different battery system, none of the features, the electronic features that those machines have, still a great machine. Now, in terms of what you can accomplish with this machine, end result, and how many years you're gonna be able to drive and how cool your tattoo is gonna be. It's gonna be exactly the same thing. If you're a great artist, you're gonna make great art, and if you're just beginning, well, practice is gonna make you a great artist. But this is gonna be a device that is going to be reliable. We've been working on this for a long time, guys. We heard your comments. Some of you want a much more straightforward machine. Some of you guys feel that you don't care for a screen or e-gift. So here we go. We built a device that meets those requirements and does pass in the savings to you. Again, fkr's.com. You can get it for $200 off the final price, and there are a couple of days left at that price. So you can go right now on the website, secure yours, pre-order it. So that was for handy tattoo. So hopefully that answers your question. Now I'm gonna go down again. Any more questions, let me know. Okay, so I have 5 questions that I'm gonna be broadcasting right now. Okay, so this is the first one. Boom. This one. So Wal Salsam say, what is the RPM of the motor? The RPM of this motor is 8,000, up to 8,000 RPM. Obviously, you're never gonna push 8,000 RPMs, because imagine that. So 1 RPM is 1 cycle. So imagine 8,000 RPMs per minute. Divide that to get the same. I mean, it's too fast. So, but again, I'm answering your question. So the RPMs are 8,000. I'm gonna go to this one now, which is the same person. Does it hit hard at low volts? It hits hard at low or high volts. This machine, I mean, obviously at lower volts, the torque curve is going to be lower. So therefore, you're gonna, torque increases up to a point. I believe that you reach maximum torque in this machine about 8 volts. We're gonna have something like that, but it hits really hard, really consistent. You're not gonna stop the machine. Now we have it in 2 strokes, so if you're looking for a softer hitting machine, I say go with a 3. But if you want best of both worlds and versatility, go with a 4, and you can choose that when you pre-order the machine. All right, let's talk about this one. Broadcasting another question, and this one comes from Scooter the Tattooer. What type of motor? Like I mentioned before, this machine uses a motor that we designed with our division Dark Lab Electronics, and it's a DC motor, just like the one, same principle as the one of the Halo, the Direct, or the Scion, and it's really strong and it hits really well, really hard, really punchy. Next. This one comes from Monkey D. Joyle. Is the Flux the only machine with e-gift? Yes, it is. All right, another one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna broadcast this question of this guy because he posted a bunch of messages, and this is our customer, Buzzy B Tattoo. I wrote a question about the Spectra Halo. I can find answer online. Let me know what is the question. Forgot to type the question. This one comes from Lucky Tuad. I guess worldwide shipping. Yes, we do, but we prefer that you actually go through a distributor. Please go through your distributor, because the machine is going to be in your country when you buy from a distributor. All right. So, any more questions, guys? Let's see. Go over here. Ooh. So hold on. There are so many messages. Okay, so this is John Kwan. What is the wireless option for the Scion that is not using lightning bolt? That's the only. Oh, so you're talking about a machine equivalent to the Scion? Well, that's going to be the Flux. And again, it's not the same, but the Flux has the digital give, and it's wireless, and it doesn't use a lightning bolt. Hope I answer your question. Guys, actually, if you're gonna type a comment in the with that feature that I don't even know how it is. It just appears here as a question mark, and I can broadcast it, so we can share the comments with other people. Guys, I'm not doing customer service here in this live, so if you have a customer service question, please write us at service@fkr.com. I don't work in that department. I'm here building machines for you guys and now just doing a quick video. So for a fan tattoo says buen dia. And then Andy Black Tattoo say love your machines. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. So Andy Black Tattoo said he will buy his soon. Here we have more questions. Guys, if you have a question, use the feature, because if I have to go through scroll up, it's just impossible for me to catch all the questions. So I'm gonna showcase these questions right now. All right, this one I talked a little bit about, but it's a question that a lot of you guys have. What is the difference between brush and brushless? Okay, the main difference is what the name implies. Brushless uses brushes for the commutation. Commutation is the principle of making the motor spin. So you have brushes, you have a bunch of plates connected to the coils. So when the motor's energized and you're touching the plates, it causes the motor to spin, and then there are two more plates and causes the motor to spin. Those are called the commutator is what it holds those plates that the brush touches. Now with brushless motor, you don't have those plates and you don't have brushes. So what you have is a digital commutation. So you have electronics that actually make the motor commutate. And instead of having those plates, you have a sequence of coils and electromagnets. So basically, you're telling a particular coil, a particular set of coils to activate, and it would do this. And then again, like because you have an array of multiple coils and magnets, it will cause the motor to spin. So it's electronically driven rather than mechanically driven than a brush motor. We like brush and we like brushless, and there are benefits and downsides to both. Brushed are a much more simplistic, mechanism, and therefore those motors are a little bit more affordable. I mean, there are also expensive ones like the ones that we use in the Scion and even this one. So when it comes to price and a lot of the customizations, gray bearings, the type of material we use in this motor, and I don't know if there's any other motor out there, but this one uses silver commutator. So silver, like the material silver, it uses silver commutator rather than copper or bronze or any of the other materials that are less conductive and obviously cheaper. So the brushes are also precious metal brushes we increased we did a lot of tests just to come up with the right thing. So that's that. Okay, there are a lot of questions right now. Whew, I'm gonna answer this question to this guy. Let's see. Boom. All right, so what is the right way to put the needle in the Spectra Halo? My needle keep ripping top edge of my tube when well installed. Thanks. I don't understand your question. What is the right way to put the needle in the Halo? Pop the hoop. You may want to bend the needle a little bit and insert the grip. There you go. All right, so when and where can I buy this in Germany? Right now we have online pre-orders. I'm gonna put it right here. Type it fkirons.com. I wish I could actually pin the. Let me see if I can pin the machine. There was a way to pin. How was that? Let me see. I don't know why I cannot see the pin stuff. But anyway, I just type it right there. fkirons.com. I'll type it again. fkirons.com. Pre-order, and you can and you'll save until we disconnect that feature. $200. I mean, $599 for this case with a machine, 2 batteries, and the charger. I'll just show it. I'll show it again for those that just joined the live. What's up, Lexin? How you doing, man? So I continue with the next question. All right, so this one is for Handy Tattoo. Any plans for customizations? What type of customization? You mean color or things like that? Probably in the future. At launch we just try to keep things simple and fulfill orders, and then when we have more time, we start thinking about changing or customizing things. So will the one have to be lubricated? This machine do not require lubrication. We pre-lubricate them when we build the machine, and the material that we use for the slider is a Delrin that does have Teflon in its composition, so it kind of like self-lubricates. So we recommend that you don't do anything, don't put anything in the machine. All right, so one of the things that we did with this machine is that we kept tolerances much open than before, because now this system of the one stabilizes with the tension of the cartridge. And what happened is with a lot of machines, from other makers, they try to make the machine sound really good with a needle, and that entails things to run really tight inside the machine, thus drawing more current. Obviously the machine sounding bzz, but nobody uses the machine with needles. So our approach here is to give you the utmost battery life. Also, it has to do with lubrication as well. The less contact, less friction you have with the slider that glides, the less need for lubrication you have. So this machine, let's turn this one on. So I don't know if you can hear this machine. It purrs like a kitty. And then you put the cartridge, and the machine, is very, very silent. So we're focusing on the performance of the machine with cartridge. Not so much, how cool the machine is gonna sound without cartridge, because we always advise never run a machine dry, because the system is actually designed to run with load. And that's one thing that we discovered. We know about this, but you can get in this way an additional hour of battery life, because things run with less friction, therefore the motor draws less current and your battery is gonna last longer. So that's that. So someone, okay, this is a cool question. Wal Salam is, what about keeping the machine $5.99? You will sell more. We will sell more, but again, we keep making these devices here, and the all USA electronics you guys have seen, we're building, here. Yeah, it's just, and this is just one of the warehouses. This is another production. This is only assembly. So we definitely want to see a return on our investment as well. And to be honest, $5.99. There's a reason why there is no machine at $5.99 made in the USA, because it's tough, to keep, to make a little bit of profit and keep everyone employed and do all these things. So $7.99 is where we have to be with this device to continue to move forward, continue to develop, and being able to to afford this type of research and development. But you never know. So see Brogan Tattoos, how do I get a proud FK Iron user banner since our whole shop uses your product? Do me a favor, email us at who can you email? Email service at FK Irons and tell them that. Just screen capture this thing and say, I talked to Gaston Live, told me to email you guys, can you send me a banner? I'm sure they'll be able to accommodate that. All right, so what else? Okay, another great question. Ink Pride, what is the lowest volts for this machine? I'll show you. Lowest volt for this machine is 5. 5 volts will put you at around 70 something hertz, so it's pretty low, great for stippling. So 5, just like the Flux Max, and it goes all the way up to 12. I never seen anyone that tattoo is 12, and would not recommend that you push this machine more than maybe 9.5, 10, because it's really fast. I think right there you're at 150 hertz, so 150 reciprocations a second is just too fast, and you could, I don't see the need of such speed, or can figure it out why someone would want to run it too fast. So anyway, I go with another question. All right, so this guy's asking about the eGive. This machine does not have eGive, but eGive basically what it does, it decelerates the motor, kind of like when you use a machine that bogs down into the skin. So the bog down is dynamic, and it's done as you put more pressure. So that's what it does, simulating that eGive back off from coin machines or machines like this iron. So Andres Acid, he's a big follower of every live. What's going on, Andres? So he says, hello boss, how much will be the cost for the battery separately? I don't know, man. I haven't figured that out. I mean, I haven't talked to salespeople how much the batteries are going to be, but one thing that I'm going to tell you to all of you guys, and keep this in mind, don't go cheap in batteries, because now it's really up to you what you put in machine. It's not up to us anymore. I mean, of course we supply this battery, but this machine is designed to work with Panasonic or Panasonic compatible batteries. We recommend you use these guys right here. One of the things is that not everyone makes this positive at the same height. Some of them, they're different, and some batteries may not even connect. So we supply two, and if you want more, you could buy them on our site. Again, I don't know the price. They're not expensive. I think they're under 20 bucks or something like that. And these are the same cells that we use inside the power bolts. Okay, so these are the same cells, 22 milliamp hours, I believe it is, on this one. So don't use anything that is ultra cheap, please, because a lot of batteries are built cheap and they can be dangerous. So use always Panasonic batteries. Also, this thing has the right clearance to clear this edge to make connection. There are some machines that we've seen, cheaper ones, that this thing goes under and the battery may not even connect. So use the batteries that we provide you guys, and try to buy the same batteries that we have. So this is Ink and Pride. When will those machines be available in Europe with those prices? No, this is only online special. It's only at fkirons.com. So the machine, once it hits different distributor, is gonna be at the MSRP that every distributor consider proper to account for import and VAT, taxes, and all that stuff. What type of motors do you use? I already answered that one. Okay, so how long does the charger take to charge the battery? I believe it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And I'll show you the charger. So this is dual slot charger. So and this lights change color. There are some batteries, and I believe that when it's not charged fully, it's white, and when it charges, blue. Yep. Or the other way. Forgot, because I don't charge them. I have all the batteries charged right here. So that's that. Okay, let's see another question. Just put the case here. So Adam Darglove, can we see a Powerwheel with a removable battery for like the FK1 in the future? You never know what we may be working on, Adam. You never know. All right, so next one. Is it plugged into the battery, or do we charge it with a cable? You got to remove the battery and charge the battery separately, and put the newly charged battery right over here. There you go. And this could be the thumbnail. There you go. All right, so and I think I already Buzz B Tattoo is on your DMs. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so on Best Tattoo said thank you. Blah, blah, blah. You have to put subtitle in Spanish. I'm gonna do a whole video in Spanish. Voy a hacer un video todo en español, no se preocupen. Okay. So I think that's it. That's it for today. I may do another live later on, and help me pick a thumbnail. Just give me the thumbs up if you like this one, or this one. Or this one. Just kidding. I'm gonna go back to build machine, guys. So thank you for watching this video, and I think this one is going to be the thumbnail. Take care.